Good morning, YouTube. So welcome back to another daily Scuttlebutt with Ivy's Family Factotum. Oh, let me turn this around. Meh. It's another rainy one, folks. So, yeah. Inside, got my ears lowered. Got the beard, mustache trimmed out. So, Gladys did a great job on that. Man, it's Friday. And once again, it's raining. So I'm still going to try to get some stuff done outside. We're going to get the RV and everything buttoned up. Because we've had it opened, in the event that we ever needed to go out there and to sleep or to do anything. It was always been ready to go out there. So stabilizers have been down. It's been plugged in. Gas bottles have been turned on. Just all those things. It's like it's just sitting there. It's ready to be used whenever. But as of lately, for the winter months, January, February, the electricity rates go like super high. So even though we haven't not been utilizing anything out there, basically it's like a refrigerator that stays on and a battery charger that stays on. That's it. No lights, no nothing. So, but it's insane the amount of increase we have seen just for this house here. And because even my buddy told me, when no one's staying here, like how much he pays per month, throughout the winter, and it's more than doubled. And we're just like, oh my goodness gracious, because we don't really do it. Like, we've turned lights off. Like right now when I'm doing stuff like this, I have the nicer lights on, but still it's not used every day. We don't keep the heat on every day and such. But I don't know, I guess it's just the Arkansas Electric Company trying to get that monies. So I don't know. So hopefully we'll be able to get out to our property, sooner than later. That way we're not having to deal with, because there's other stuff here, right? Because you got the house, got the shop, got the RV was plugged in, so there's other sources like that, that we're dealing with. And I think once we get out to the property to where we're only dealing with the RV, and plus we're closer to town than where we are currently. And what I've been told as well is that town rates and out of town rates are different, which is kind of crazy. But obviously they're having to send power further out to the country type thing. But I don't know, we'll see. That hopefully being closer to civilization and our rates won't be as high. But before we can get electric, though, we have to get started on the cabin, and that's going to be coming up very, very soon. And that's Mom and Dad's cabin over by the pond. So that one, we do have some other things, because we actually got to bring out a person that can give us a septic estimate. We still need to find the other septic system that was for the main house that we took down, just to know the location for that, to see if it's going to affect our build. And then also I would like to be able to get an inspection done to see if it's in good use, if it needs to be repaired, if it needs to be replaced, if it needs to be moved, if we can move it, just all these different things, right? So that's one of the things we're going to be working on here very soon. Obviously you guys have seen we've already picked up our culverts, so we're going to be getting those installed here hopefully this weekend. I'll be working on culverts and cutting and cutting and cutting and cutting a bunch of trees. I'm going to go through and just start cutting trees, just letting them lay where they're at. We're going to come back through later and clean them up after the fact. But I'm going to be a cutting full with that new chainsaw. So I'm gonna put it through its paces. I'm actually gonna do so. If you guys haven't seen, it was the last video. I think it was yesterday's video where I showed. It was either yesterday or Wednesday. Anyway, regardless, that I have the new Husqvarna. Husqvarna is a 120, and yeah. So I'm gonna put it through its paces and get stuff. I still eventually need to get a new chain for the steel, because I have the 20-inch bar, so that's going to be used more for the big trees, because I do have a few big trees that I need to take down. But I want to get a different chain for that one, because the chain that's on there is not good. So, oh man, what else we got going on? The Jeep work. I mean, stuff that we keep saying, same stuff over and over, but I am going to be working on the Jeep somewhat, because it's not supposed to rain all day. At least I don't think so. I haven't really looked. I do know that most of this rain was starting like early this morning. It started like 3 o'clock this morning, and obviously they still had flash flood warnings, because the ground is still super saturated. I mean, the sponge is full, as others have said, and when the sponge is full, it has nowhere to go other than across the surface, and it's just going to flow, and stuff's going to fill up, flood up. And the property did pretty good, so we actually have that video coming out today at 3 o'clock over on the main channel, where you guys will see some of the localized flooding in the area. A lot of the creeks were up, a lot of fields were filled and such. We got to see some of our stuff over at the property, but that was the day after, just to see if there was any damages that we had to take care of and such. But you guys will see that on the video today, so make sure your notifications are turned on so you don't miss it. And yeah, what else? Coffee. Gotta have coffee. Yeah, good stuff. But yeah, we really don't have any other new projects that we're working on, other than cutting trees. I may utilize some of those really big cedars for planks, because I do need to build a bridge, whether it be a temporary one for now, stuff that we can just foot traffic only type thing, or even something smaller. I would like to be able to build something big enough I can put a vehicle through, but I don't think it's going to happen. So I do want it to be big enough, though, for possibly like a 4-wheeler. At least I can get a 4-wheeler like with like a little trailer to be able to haul materials and such. But I don't know. We'll see, because I got some really big timbers that I do need to bring down, and I'm going to start hand hewing some timbers to be able to put across the creek. So that should be fun, because I haven't done that yet. But that's my passion. Those are the things I like to do. So whatever you're doing stuff, timber framing or doing the timbers, using hand tools, doing those things, and you really enjoy that stuff, it doesn't become like a tedious task. It's that labor of love is the things that, even though it takes a long time to do, it's enjoyable doing it because you enjoy it. So, but let's see. I don't know, because like I said, I haven't done it yet. But in my mind, in the things I enjoy watching and the things I enjoy, going out. I mean, I've done obviously woodworking. I've done a couple timber framing. Like I've made the timber frame sawhorses and such. And I really enjoyed doing that. Obviously, I enjoyed doing the blacksmithing aspect of making the tools. I really enjoy doing that. So yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I do need to get a hewing axe, or make a hewing axe, because I don't have one, and I'm going to need one. Yeah, because I do have the other axes that I need, but I don't have the hewing axe. Or I know some people even use like an adze. You can use an adze for hewing timbers. There's a few different ways, a few different options of being able to do that, but that's the enjoyable part about being a blacksmith, is I can make those tools of however I want to make them, and then go and use them. So I don't know, we'll see. But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and roll out and get to my day. I do have a few things that we need to take care of, even though it's still raining outside. I'm so tired of rain. And yeah, I don't have anything else for you guys. So if you have any comments or questions, by all means, throw them down in the comment section. Even if you have questions on the main channel, we will gladly answer them here as well. And that will also bring over traffic, and I'll try to remember to put that over onto the main channel of, hey, come over to the side channel if you have any questions or comments that want to be answered. Come over to the side channel, and we'll take care of that. Also, whenever we start doing any type of mail calls or anything like that, we'll also be doing that here. And like I've said too, also check out the links that we have down in the description, because it sends you over to some of our different affiliates. It sends you over to our bonfire store and such. And all that does is just, it helps us be able to get materials and continue putting out content for y'all. All right, so that's all I got. Remember to thank a veteran at every chance you get, not only on Veterans Day, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye, y'all.